Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Great to see you here. I've got 3 tips slash sort of hacks today for a Gaggia Classic or Classic Pro, which don't cost you a thing to implement. There's no changing any springs, there's no fitting any PIDs. 3 little hacks which are going to improve your espresso. Let's get to it. So the first hack we're going to talk about is the temp surfing. Now, as you can see, the brew light is on, which basically means this boiler inside has reached around about 96 degrees Celsius, but with the light on, it means it's not heating anymore. So what's happening now is the temperature is dropping. It's dropping, and I think it clicks back on at about 85. So what we want to do is we want to remove the portafilter, which is nice and warm. It's wet, so we can dry that out later. Get yourself a beaker, mug, cylinder, whatever you want to use. I've just got a standard milk jug. Put that underneath. And what we want to do is we want to brew this until the light goes out. So we'll just brew it now. One of my lights just fell off the back. Noisy with the cups. Just try and stop that. Light's gone off. So what we want to do now is you want to get your coffee ready, whatever you're doing, to set it up. Imagine that's prepared. I'll take you through these later, showing you an actual example, but we'll put that in there. So we'd say we're locked off and we're waiting for this light to come back on. So now the boiler is brewing the water again. We're heating back up, so it's come on. So we count to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Steam for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. Brew your shot. And that is how we temp surf. So basically what we've done there is we've basically got the boiler to brew right up to the top temp 96 degrees, especially if you're using a lighter roast and you want to keep it higher. If you're going for something medium, maybe only do the 10 seconds, don't do the additional steam boiler for 5 seconds, just keep that temperature high, because obviously the temp, there's going to be an offset, so the temp's going to be dropping regardless of what we do. So that is basically how we do temp surfing. Now obviously it is a little bit wasteful for water, as you can see in there, which I'm pouring out, by the way. It's a bit stupid. Oh, I'm knocking everything over. God, something's fell on the floor. But as you can see, it's a little bit wasteful. So maybe use that for plants, etc. Try to reuse it rather than bin it. And now I'm going to show you what is the poor man's pre-infusion. So the poor man's pre-infusion. This brew light has actually just come on. So we're going to do the same count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll steam for 5 again. 3, 4, 5. Off. But as we brew now, we take the portafilter out. You'll notice you get full flow rate. Now, if I start to brew, but open up the steam one to let some water out there, we will reduce the flow out of the group head, causing a pre-infusion. Now you can obviously do pre-infusions for 8, 10, 15 seconds, obviously just sort of play around what you want to do. But let me just show you this in action. So if we brew, we've got full flow. If I open that, water is coming out and that flow is slowing up to an almost stop, because all the water is coming out the steam wand. If we then wind it back, it starts fully coming out of the group again. So that is basically the poor man's pre-infusion. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't massively use that a lot. I've probably used it a few times. I find it adds a little bit too much complexity to my workflow personally, and I can't really be bothered. But it's definitely something you can do and play around with. And then the third and final hack I've got for you is a steam hack. Now, what you want to do is when you do the steam hack, turn your steam boiler on, count how long it takes for the light to turn on to say it's ready to steam. Now, I know on mine, it takes roughly 35 to 37 seconds. So what you want to do from there is, you want to take that time, so let's just say, for instance, it's 35 seconds. Next time you go to steam your milk, so if I turn that off, what you want to do is as soon as you click that, take 10 seconds off the time it takes the light to come on. So in my case, it would be 25 seconds. And the reason we do that is, if we wait 25 seconds, because the brew light isn't on, it means that the steam is not quite up to temperature, up to pressure, but what it also means is it's going to continue to try and get there. So basically elongating the amount of steam and pressure that you will get. Because the Gaggia Classic is notorious for having poor steam pressure for milk steaming. So with that, what we're doing is we're basically trying to trick the boiler into thinking that it needs to keep producing, keep pulling water through, keep turning it to steam, and hopefully keeping the pressure up. But one thing that will happen is the milk, when you steam, the steam coming out will be more than what is coming back. So eventually you are going to run out of pop. If we steam there, we've got plenty of steam, we're blowing water about, we're making bubbles. But honestly, it does work. And obviously the lights come on now, so we've left it too long. But it does work in my opinion. I've used it a few times. And, well, sorry, I haven't used it a few times. I use it every time I steam milk, and it really does help. Obviously, if you're steaming a smaller portion of milk, so say using a jug like this guy, 350ml jug, so you're only steaming, say, 150ml of milk, you'll probably get away with not having to do this hack. But if you're doing anything bigger, this guy's a 600, this Pasoda's a 410. If I'm steaming in any of these two jugs here, this one or this one, I definitely will do the hack. And to be honest, through habit, I do it with that now as well. So what I'm going to do now is, obviously I'm going to let the machine cool down because it's just gone to steam temperature and I want to brew. I'm going to take you through all those hacks and I'm going to show you them in action. So I've got the puck prepped, all ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that flow, we're going to dump this water. Till the light goes off. Should be any second now. Speed this up in the edit, you know how it is. Wow, it's taking ages. There we go. So that's that. Just like to dry that off. Use any old towel rag you've got. What do we go with there? Lights come on already, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, off, brew, timer going. And hopefully we get a nice shot, hopefully we get no channeling. Here we go. That took a little long for the first drips to come through there actually. Took a while to come through, about 15 seconds, but it seems to have found its feet now and we're flowing. There we go, we're going to aim for about 18 and 36 outs. And they're just about now. Yeah, slightly long. We got 36 out in about 39 seconds, so a little bit long. Not too bad. So there's that shot there. Just leave that over there for now. Mop up. That scale. So there's that shot there. And now what I'm going to do, we're going to do a shot with a poor man's pre-infusion. So let me just prep that and then we'll crack on. So here we are, round 2, puck again, prepped. Just let that water out till the brew boiler comes off. Stop all these clanking because that is annoying. There we go. That seems to be taking an awfully long time, so I'm not sure if there's something wrong with the machine. But go on. Lights already come back on, so that's interesting. That was a bit fast. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start. Open that wand up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, shut off the wand. And we're away. So apologies for this sort of break. As you could see on that last shot, I was thinking, oh, all of a sudden it just sped up. I don't think it really seemed right. Something was not right. And a bit of scale got on the OPV, I think. So while I've not been filming for about the past, I'd say about an hour, I've taken the machine apart, taken the boiler out, stripped the OPV valve. Super simple to do on these Classics. If you know about the OPV valve on the Classic, obviously it's like a unit, sort of a plasticky unit, and there's you could call it like a threadless shaft that I think moves backwards and forwards on like a magnet, and the holes that it has to get through are super small, so you need a tiny bit of scale to basically block the valve. So clean that out. While I was there, I also took the shower screen and the dispersion screen off, clean those out as well, put it all back together and just ran some descaler through it, and I think we're back good to go again. So it just shows that regular descaling, and that is definitely something you need to do depending on what water and whatnot you're using. But I only descaled this probably a couple of weeks ago, so I mean it was just luck of the draw. I think that something got lodged within the OPV. I think probably doing the pre-infusion, where I pushed that, it probably moved something around. I don't know, I don't really know the insides and outs, but basically let the machine heat up that little bit more now. I'll prepare another shot, and we're going to do the pre-infusion shot followed by milky drink. Let's crack on. So puck prepped. Now we're going to go ahead and do the usual. So take your container, whatever you want to use, just pour some water through. There we go, that's more like it. Water through, nice droplets. Again, speed this up in the edit. Oh, gone off while I was talking. I'm not confident that's right, you know. That didn't seem to be putting out the pressure I wanted, but let's see what happens. In. Ready. Let's get ready for the light to turn on. There it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. Shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, knock it off. What's the puck looking like? Oh yeah, that's looking better. I think we're good to go. That's looking much better. Really lovely shot, no channeling. Should have put a camera under there. What an idiot. And there we are with the pre-infusion, about 30 seconds. So probably a little bit fast. But yeah, that actually looks delicious. So one thing you absolutely want to do with the Gaggia Classic, because it's only a single boiler, after you've brewed your shot, after you've pulled your shot, give the machine a little bit of time to basically fill the boiler back up. The more water in there when you steam your milk, the better. So I know, like I said earlier, mine takes sort of 37 seconds. So we're going to count to about 25, 27 as soon as I press the button. So I'll do that and we'll speed it up in the edit. So that was 27 seconds. We now just go with purge the wand and we're off to steaming. So add as much air as you want to. Warm back up. I think I've overdone this, but we'll soon see. that settle for a minute before we give it a tap. Can't find a cloth, so a bit of wet kitchen roll to clean the steam wand. Now that's not going to be great. I can tell you already, this isn't going to pour well. That's not thick enough. Bothering showing you that's pathetic. But anyway, I hope you found those couple of tips and tricks useful on your Classic. Give them a go, let me know how you get on. Give us a like, please subscribe to the channel, plenty more coffee stuff coming. I don't know how much longer this machine's going to be here for. I am looking at a replacement, so yeah, keep your eyes peeled. I'll catch you guys in the next one.